Yep. All right. Let's get into Final Four picks because I wanna pick your brain on Final Four stuff. So Fanta, why don't you go first? Has anything changed from what you did last night? My brackets changed a little bit from last
Yeah,
night.
it has. My bracket has changed too. Um,
That's allowed, by the way. You're allowed to change your bracket before you officially submit it on Thursday afternoon. But here's
what's
my
the catch?
big qualm. The big issue I have is the people that fill out 10 brackets and then brag about how good they are. You
No,
got to do
no.
one bracket. If you do
Yep.
more than one bracket,
Do as many brackets as you want on Run Your Pool.
do 100 on Run Your Pool, but you need one official bracket that is like your bracket. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like your picks. If you want to try and go win money and put in 17 different brackets to try to win something, like I trust me, I get it. Go ahead. Go try to hit the lottery. I'm all in on that. But I'm saying you have to have one bracket that is your bracket, that are your predictions, that what you is what you think is going to happen. Right?
yeah, yeah. So man, I'm looking at this again and I'm like, do I want to change that too? Um, so part of this too is you also have to find a way to be contrarian. Like if you pick 3 1s and a 2, come on. Like I get it, but so guys, I've simulated the South in my head every way I could. Alabama's just too good for these teams. I think they make the Final Four out of the South. All right. I was just looking again at this dynamic of the East, and I just don't like Purdue. My gut last night said this, so I'll stay on here because I think they're the team with the highest ceiling. But you know what? I'm going to pivot. Screw it. Kansas State. Kansas State. And I'll tell you why. They have 2 players that on their best day are All-American caliber this year. They have been that freaking good. They guard the hell out of you. You just said it yourself. Kentucky, all over the place. So they like Kansas State's in the driver's seat to get to the second weekend. I actually am concerned for Marquette to play Michigan State if it comes to that. I think Michigan State matches up with Marquette. And what has given Michigan State a ton of problems? Elite traditional big men. That's not Marquette. Guards don't rattle Michigan State. Michigan State has Tyson Walker and AJ Hogarth. That'll be a game. Tom Izzo will give Shaka Smart a game if that happens. They still got to get past USC. In the West, I guess I'll go up. I'll go to the Midwest. In the Midwest, I still have Houston. So I'm taking the Cougars. I don't like the 4 or the 5. I just don't think. I think that'll be a double-digit seed. I think Houston, with a healthy Marcus Sasser. If Marcus Sasser's good to go, I like Houston. And then in the West, God, please don't steer me wrong. Gonzaga. And I really feel like I'm probably going to end up regretting that. But I don't know. I like the draw. And Jalen Clark being out for the year really concerns me with UCLA. He does so much defensively for that team, T.O. And so when he goes down for the year, that concerns me. And fellas, losing twice to Texas here late has made me think, as good as I think Kansas is on their best day, I think they can be beat. I could tell you, for Fox, I put a Final Four together in the last hour that's for print, and I had Arkansas in the Final Four.
Theo, go ahead.
We're just saying the Final Fours, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got Houston. I feel like Sasser's going to be fine. He warmed up, all that. Auburn, I think Auburn beats Iowa, and that's going to be a fun game. I think that's where Houston could be susceptible because they're just so fiery and something could happen. And as you said, it's a home game, but I still think Houston gets it done. They'll play Kent State in the Sweet 16. Houston all the way. I actually, boys, have them winning it in Houston. Jim Nantz game. Then let's see in the West. I think you have chalk Kansas against UCLA in the Elite Eight, and I like UCLA. I think Jalen Clark's really good, but I also think Jaime Jaquez is really good. And after a somewhat, I'm not going to say disappointing tournament performance last year, I think they can get it done. I really do.
Wow.
So UCLA to the Final Four. East, because of matchups.
He's doing it. I know what he's doing.
I have Memphis beating Purdue.
Yep.
Duke beating Memphis.
Oh, my
God.
Duke, Memphis at the Garden. I'm sorry. That's amazing.
Yep. Duke playing Marquette in the Elite Eight. And then Duke heading to the Final Four. Curveball. I know you thought I was going Marquette. I wasn't. I'm going Duke to the Final Four. And then Bama. But Bama, curveball, playing Creighton in the Elite Eight.
Whoa!
Yeah.
All right. So, and you have Houston beating Alabama?
Houston beating Bama.
All right. So mine is I'll start in the East because the East is where things get crazy. I got Memphis playing Duke. I got Duke winning that game. I have Marquette playing Kansas State. I have Marquette winning it. I think you put Stevie Mitchell on Marquise Noel. I think you put Omax on Keontae Johnson, and I think Marquette wins that game by double figures. I have Marquette beating Duke because I think that they'll be able to pull the big guys away from the basket, and Marquette in the Final Four. In the South, I think Alabama cruises.
I think, dude, you'll be fine if you pull Duke's. Duke will be fine if you try to pull them away from the basket. Those guys can guard out there.
I still think that I think Marquette wins. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that they win. I'm not fully bought in on their guards enough. I think Marquette, they're just the team of destiny. I actually have Creighton losing in the first round at NC State. I'm worried about those guys going up, the drop coverage that they play with Kalkbrenner.
Wow.
Jarkel Joyner and Terquavian Smith are both going to have 25. Even if Creighton wins that game, then you have to go deal with Adam Flagler and LJ Cryer and Keontae George.
You had the Gauchos winning. You picked UC Santa Fe.
No, I think that UC. I think that that's a dangerous team. I still have.
Hey, you know what I think? Hey, John, Fanta, you know what I think Doster's strategy is here? I'm going to, throughout the course of the episode, pick both teams in every game.
Yeah.
So by the
now
end,
you're figuring it out. So no matter what happens, I just clip it out.
So later I can clip who I called.
Yeah, you're starting
to figure it out. No, I just think that I don't think people are talking enough about UCSB, but I think Baylor wins that game. Anyway, I have Arizona getting to the Elite Eight, and I have Alabama beating Arizona to get to the Final Four. I have Alabama beating Marquette to get to the national title game. In the Midwest, I have Houston over Miami and then Houston over Texas A&M, getting to the Final Four, playing a home game against the UConn Huskies. I have UConn getting past Arkansas in the Sweet 16. And then on the other side of the bracket, I have TCU beating Gonzaga. Then I have TCU beating UCLA. And then I have TCU playing UConn. I have UConn beating UConn beating UCLA to get to the Final Four. UConn beating Houston. It's a matchup of wills right there. I'm gonna assume that the strong-headed folks from the Northeast are gonna find a way to win that game. And then you know how I win in the national title?
UConn.
Cutting down those nets. Danny Hurley. Just imagine Danny Hurley at the top of that ladder cutting down those nets. Just think about it. If you think any of us are wrong, by the way, you could prove it to us. This season, we have partnered with Run Your Pool, who will be hosting the official Field of 68 bracket contest. It's live already. You can go in there right now. I've worked with them before. They have more than 50 game types for every sport that you could think of, from traditional bracket pools to survivor games to head-to-head games to pick-at games. And my favorite is the squares. Scoring is customizable, and you can tailor your bracket rules to your pool. It's awesome. The best part, though, is Run Your Pool is giving away $1,500 in cash prizes for free. All it takes is you signing up at the link in the description below. play.runyourpool.com/field68. That's FIELD 68. Make sure you guys go and sign up. And while I got you here, Fanny, you ever get tired of trying to prove that you won an argument that your takes weren't bad? They were right? Well, I got an answer to all of your problems.
I do.
Vaulted is a new sports prediction app that turns your opinions into facts. You can store all of your predictions and all of your hot takes in your own vault now and forever. Challenge your friends, keep track of the results, and prove that you are, in fact, the smartest person on the DTF podcast. Vaulted will also be releasing more than 50 pools in the next 3 months. So download the app at the link below. Sign up for your 3 months trial and store your predictions now and forever.